The Zfold 3 5G. The phone comes with IP68, which protects the phone from water. Talking about some main highlights of the phone, the front and back of the phone is now have Gorilla Glass Victus protection, which is a good thing compared to the last year model, and now it has aluminium frame and plastic front when you unfold it, and the rear camera style is similar to the last year model. On the front there is 6.2 inches dynamic AMOLED screen and have Gorilla Glass Victus protection, and now the screen is 120Hz compared to the last year model 60Hz screen on Zfold 2, and now the screen is quite better and useful. But if you unfold the phone, there is 7.6 inches screen, which is a small size of a tablet, and it's 120Hz HDR10 plus display. But if you focus on the right corner, you will see a 4 megapixel under display camera, and now they give so many options to use this larger display compared to the Zfold 2. The chipset used in this phone is Snapdragon 888 5G, which is the fastest chipset right now. There are two variants of the phone, both have 12 gigs of RAM, but the storage are different. 256GB and 512GB of UFS 3.1 storage. Android 11 is installed on this phone. Camera side of this phone is not surprising. You will get the same camera mechanism of the previous model, main, ultra-wide and 2x zoom lens. They all are 12 megapixel. On the front there is 10 megapixel of cover camera and 4 megapixel of under display camera. The rear camera can record 4K video at 60 frames per second, whereas the front camera can record 4K video at 30 frames per second. Moving to the battery compartment, 4400 mAh battery. Charging speed of the phone is 25 watt and 11 watt of wireless charging, and it has reserve charging too, side mounting fingerprint scanner and dual speaker. The inner display is plastic and 80% more durable rather than the last year model. Do you remember the first under display camera phone, ZTE Exxon 5G? The main reason the phone does not being successful is because when you took a picture, it becomes so soft and blurry. Actually, Samsung uses the same technology but with a clever trick. The Zfold 3 5G uses the 16 megapixel sensor and binds 2 megapixel into one and produce a 4 megapixel picture. The final improvement is the chipset. It has 5nm Snapdragon 888, a step from 7nm Snapdragon 865. Speaking of S Pen, the Z Fold 3 sports two pens, S Pen Fold Edition and S Pen Pro. The S Pen Pro can be worked for many devices like Note 20 series and S21 Ultra Electro. Price side of the phone is cheaper than the last year model.
And this is pretty much it for the video. For the time being, take care, goodbye.